Alright guys, so blockchain 2.0, right? We had Bitcoin come out. It started this basically a gold standard to cryptocurrency, but it didn't take long to figure out that its scalability was a major problem. Secondly, it didn't have very many programming languages that were usable to develop applications onto that platform or onto that blockchain, etc., etc., etc. So after Satoshi Nakamoto published Bitcoin white paper in 2008, several journals, blogs, forums, all sorts of things began popping up and reporting on the new and exciting ideas in the field of cryptocurrency, right? So you had all these things starting to pop up where people began to discuss Bitcoin and discuss blockchain and the future potential of all these things. And then came along a Canadian teenager who was a writer for Bitcoin magazine. I don't know how exactly you say his name, but basically Vitalik Buterin. I don't know how you say either part of his name, but he wrote for Bitcoin magazine and was moved by the potential of blockchain itself, really. And so he observed that that within that crypto space itself, as it was growing, he noticed a key problem amongst all of the different projects, and that is that each and every one of them had to build their own blockchain. So because Bitcoin's blockchain wasn't really designed for all these applications to sit on top of it. Yes, we have the Lightning Network, and we have layer 2 solutions that are coming forth, and they're being adapted by things like that Pay app and all the other different things that are out there, right? And there's going to be, you know, the scalability that's going to be developed on blockchain through the Lightning Network and various other things, but it's not truly genuinely scalable. You can't take and put a multitude of different type of applications onto the Bitcoin blockchain itself, right? Bitcoin is specifically designed to be a store of value where you put money in and you store it long term, or you hold it long term. So BTC being non-scalable was the main issue, as well as the lack of programming languages and all these other different things. So everyone trying to turn Bitcoin into a financial situation and basically a decentralized finance, and it's just simply not designed for that. And this is the realization that was coming forth, and this is why all of these people started to develop their own separate individual blockchains. But Vitalik Buterin, basically he believed it was best to create a single blockchain where all developers could build their applications that they want to build, rather than having to actually build a blockchain first and foremost. So the situation is, in order for people to develop and to move the technology forward, they had to create their own blockchain. And what Vitalik Buterin did is he said, okay, let's build a single blockchain that's got these programming languages built into it, and all the different developers can just come along and develop their applications onto a single blockchain. And so this is where blockchain 2.0 begins to roll in. So in 2013, Vitalik published the Ethereum white paper, and this white paper anyway, in this white paper you had concepts to expand and refine Bitcoin's original ideas. This white paper highlights many of the limitations of Bitcoin's blockchain. It also proposes a new general purpose blockchain as a solution that can be used as a decentralized application platform. So just like you have Windows and Linux and all these other different platforms, and then the developers come in and develop applications on top of it, that's what Vitalik Buterin was trying to do. Is he was trying to create a single blockchain that developers can just simply focus not on building a blockchain, but simply focus on building applications to that blockchain. Now we're over here on the Ethereum website, and you guys, I'll leave a link to it. You guys can come view it and learn all the different things. You come down here though, Ethereum is a technology that's home to digital money, right? This is one of the concepts, digital or programmable money, global payments and applications. The community has built a booming digital economy, bold new ways for creators to earn online, and so much more. It's open to everyone, wherever you are in the world. All you need is the internet. Again, the concept is to build a single blockchain, and all that people have to do is develop applications onto it. A fair financial system today. Billions of people can't open bank accounts. There's many people that are unbanked all over the world. Others have their payments blocked. Ethereum's decentralized finance, or DeFi, decentralized finance system, never sleeps or discriminates. With just an internet connection, you can send, receive, borrow, earn interest, and even stream funds from anywhere in the world. Ethereum isn't just for digital money. Anything you can own can be represented, traded, and put to use as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. You can tokenize your art and get royalties automatically every time it's resold, or use a token for something you own to take out a loan. The possibilities are growing all the time, and new applications are coming on board on a continual basis. Matter of fact, there's more programmers on the Ethereum network, or the Ethereum blockchain, than there is on any other blockchain, at least currently, for the time being. But I'm not going to go through the whole website, guys. You guys can come to it. You can read, learn, educate yourselves, do your own research. Key thing I will always tell you is that you must learn to do your own research. And understand, videos coming out from this channel are going to be rare right now. If you are a Patreon or something like that, you may want to just take down your Patreon for the time being, until I can get back to making consistent videos. So just consider that, if you are a Patreon, to go ahead and stop being a Patreon for the time being while I get everything worked out. We're at the busiest time of the year for me. So here is the Ethereum white paper, and as I've said, if you're going to do your own research, which is critically important that everyone does their own research as you move forward in your understanding of blockchain and cryptocurrency, or cryptographic currencies, that you need to understand and read white papers or yellow papers, etc. All of the different information that's available to you to make educated decisions. But basically, this white paper is the birth of BlockChain 2.0. Now, 1.0 created a digital gold standard for cryptocurrency. It also created a store of value that becomes deflationary in time. Now, Ethereum's not necessarily deflationary. They are able to print literally unlimited amount of tokens, but basically they have a limit per year that can be created. Okay, we're not going to get into the details on that in this video. Just understand that Ethereum's in due time, especially when we get to Ethereum 2.0 or the merge, or whatever they're calling it nowadays, when and if that takes place, it may actually at that point become deflationary. Up to this point, it is not a deflationary asset. Even though they do burns, they do different things to try and get Ethereum to be deflationary, it's just that there's not enough being done to keep it deflationary at this point in time. But Internet, or BlockChain 2.0, brought forth generalized multi-purpose blockchains, whereas blockchain is a single purpose blockchain that is focused specifically on digital currency standards as well as store value standards, right? 2.0 brings in multi-purpose blockchains. It also brought Solidity programming language into the blockchain, and so that people could write or create apps to deploy on the multi-purpose blockchain. Sometimes Bitcoin, which is something that Bitcoin itself actually lacked, which is a general purpose programming language. Right, it's very difficult to write in that. Ethereum kept the proof of work consensus algorithm of Bitcoin, but modified it in several respects. Another change that was made with Ethereum was that whereas Bitcoin is capped at 21 million coins, Ethereum has no limit. Though Ethereum does have an annual cap of 18 million Ether. Right, this is their token. Ether is the Ethereum token, or that's what's used on the Ethereum network. And they have gas fees and all these other things. Another change that was made with blockchain 2.0 is that the mining algorithm itself, right, the consensus, the proof of work consensus, was modified and geared more toward GPUs, or graphical processing units, to make it easier for common everyday people to be able to make it, and modern day desktops to be able to actually mine the Ethereum network. Now again, Ethereum's going to a proof of stake, which is basically blockchain 3.0, but they're moving to a proof of stake consensus system, right? But for right now, at least at the time of making this video, it is currently a proof of work consensus. But their proof of work doesn't require the same type of computer that Bitcoin does. You can use your desktop computer, even in some cases, even gaming laptops can run the proof of work Ethereum based consensus. It's GPU centered rather than the way Bitcoin's set up. Also, Ethereum brought us the EVMs, right? The virtual machines, the Ethereum virtual machines, EVM, Ethereum virtual machines. The white paper itself here described a currency called Ether and a new runtime environment for smart contracts. This runtime environment is EVM, or Ethereum virtual machines. Okay, so you have a currency called Ether that runs on the Ethereum network. Each blockchain has its own cryptocurrency that allows the blockchain to function, and that charges the gas fees and all the different things in order to use that blockchain. The EVM's opcodes are low-level machine language. And these low-level machine languages are very difficult for humans or mankind to actually read that code. It's zeros and ones and all these. It's low-level machine language. And because of this, the developers write smart contracts in high-level computer programming languages that can be compiled into the EVM opcodes. So there are several right now. You have Viper, Serpent, but by far the most popular is Solidity. Solidity has a syntax similar to JavaScript, and it's fairly easy, a fairly easy language to learn. Especially if you already know Java, you can go immediately and start programming in Solidity. I mean, it's that similar to the Java programming language. Now, Solidity is an object-oriented programming language for creating smart contracts on the blockchain to automate transactions. So basically, you have this multi-purpose blockchain that the developers don't have to focus on developing a blockchain. They can just come in and use the Solidity programming language and start developing applications through these things called smart contract. So basically what Internet or blockchain 2.0 is bringing us is a multi-purpose generalized blockchain with programmable money through these smart contracts. Okay, all of which is doable on the Bitcoin network, but basically you have to copy the Bitcoin network, create your own blockchain, and then start developing applications. And it's really difficult to develop anything on the Bitcoin blockchain itself, and this is the reason that we ended up with this generalized multi-purpose blockchain, or blockchain 2.0. And the main parts of it are programmable money and smart contracts. So this is the chart of Ethereum. Let me get rid of that. This is the chart of Ethereum here, and you can see where it started out. It spiked, and then it kind of just went on this long journey. Pretty much every single blockchain that comes out that's going to make it long term is going to have this long journey, multiple years, where really you don't see any type of growth until it starts to become known and begins, a lot of developers begin to show up, a lot of applications start to show up on that generalized multi-purpose blockchain, and then you have a little bit of growth, and as more and more begins to happen, you have a pretty consistent growth period. And then it goes parabolic, where it just basically just continues to go up, where you see it $295, and next thing you know, it's over $4,000. Okay, and then it goes back down, corrects, and comes back up, corrects, does this thing. From this point on, it'll just keep you can kind of see that the general direction is uphill, right? So it's still headed uphill, and it'll be around for a long time to come. I don't think Ethereum will ever quote unquote disappear, but I do believe that as blockchain 3.0 really kicks in and really gets going, that a lot of the uses of Ethereum will be moved over to the newer blockchains. That does not mean in any way, form, or fashion that Ethereum is going to crash and go down to zero or begin a non-stop downward trend. Okay, it doesn't mean that in any way, form, or fashion. Like I said, Ethereum is switching over to proof of stake rather than proof of work, which is a bold step, but they still have high gas fees where it costs unbelievable amount of money to buy like non-fungible tokens or NFTs, or to do transactions on the Ethereum network. But these prices should come down a little bit when 2.0 version 2.0, or the merge as they're calling it, takes place. Ethereum is by far the most used blockchain that is out there today, by far, by users and by programmers and developers. And I believe it will continue to hold that for quite some time into the future. But as the blockchain 3.0 and proof of stake blockchains, which is what 3.0 is all about, really begins to kick into gear, then we're going to see a lot of the total value locked up in Ethereum begin to transfer out to other blockchains. And I believe that in the future we're going to have a multitude of multi-purpose generalized blockchains. This blockchain 2.0 is expanding into blockchain 3.0, and we're going to have basically all of the different networks other than Bitcoin switching over to a proof of stake, basically because of the environmental impact and all these other things. But understand that BTC and its electrical usage is not as great as people claim it to be, right? All the FUD that is out there, all the nonsense that is out there about proof of work is just that. It's absolute nonsense. You can look at a chart here, you can look at the current financial system and how much electricity or electrical usage it uses compared to Bitcoin itself, or any of these other industries compared to what Bitcoin uses. Now, why does Bitcoin have to remain proof of work? It has to remain proof of work because it is a store of value, and it is the digital currency standard. So just as gold was the standard for currency up until we went off the gold standard, Bitcoin is the gold standard for cryptocurrency. In order to mine gold, it takes physical work. It takes a man or a woman out there with a chisel or dynamite or what have you, and all these other processes that have to take place. A lot of work, a lot of effort is put into it in order to mine an ounce of gold or a brick of gold or whatever, right? So you have to have the same thing with the store of value or the digital gold. You have to have work involved in that in order for it to remain a store of value and to remain a gold standard for cryptocurrency. So I don't believe that Bitcoin will ever leave proof of work. But all these other general purpose, multi-purpose blockchains, this blockchain 2.0 moving into 3.0, are all going to begin to switch over to proof of work. We will have a lot more discussion on proof of work in the next video when we begin to move into blockchain 3.0. Another thing that I want to mention is that the Ethereum changed the UTXO, right? The unspent transaction outputs is how Bitcoin operates. They changed it from UTXO to this balance sheet type of system. So Ethereum is different than basically what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin uses unspent transaction outputs to keep track of who has what, how many Bitcoin each individual wallet has, based on what's not been spent out of the wallet yet. The Ethereum blockchain uses a balance sheet type of a thing where it keeps track of the balance of each of the users of the blockchain. But basically we went from 1.0, which was highly specific highly targeted blockchain where basically you can only do one thing only on that blockchain, to 2.0 where we have a generalized multi-purpose blockchains in which basically the main programming language of blockchain 2.0 is the Solidity programming language. So we're going to end the video here, keep it nice and short. Number one, I just simply don't have the time. I have like 2 or 3 minutes a day to work on these videos, which ain't enough to get anywhere. Literally it takes several weeks to put a video together, so I'm keeping them as short as I possibly can now. But we're going to move into blockchain 3.0 in the next video. Just understand that Ethereum and all blockchain 2.0s are going to be around for quite a long time into the future, and I don't expect them to go away anytime soon, and that there's also profit to be made with these blockchains, right? But we're going to move into blockchain 3.0 in the next video and begin to see what exactly is blockchain 3.0, which is where we are today, is blockchain 3.0. So we'll catch you guys in the next video, and I hope this has benefited you to understand the progress of blockchain and where we are today. In the next video, we'll go into blockchain 3.0 and really begin to dive into cryptocurrency and to investments and all the different things, all the aspects, the decentralized apps, and all the stuff that's coming, like social media on blockchain and all sorts of different things that are coming in the future. So just understand that blockchain 2.0 came forth from the concept that we have a problem with scalability and adding applications to the blockchain, and so we needed a general purpose or multi-purpose blockchain, and that's what Ethereum brought forth. And its key concepts are programmable money and smart contracts and programming languages so that people can develop on the blockchain without having to develop a blockchain itself. But there will be interoperability between the blockchains. In other words, they'll be able to communicate to one another, and you'll be able to bring coins across all the various bitcoins through all the various bridges. But do understand that bridges are where a lot of the hacks take place, so you just got to keep that in mind when you are dealing with various bridges to go between the different blockchains. Each blockchain has its own cryptocurrency, and in order for you to move that cryptocurrency to another blockchain, you have to go through a bridge. Okay, so let's get into blockchain 3.0 in the next video, guys. It may be quite some time before I get it out. I apologize ahead of time. It is what it is. Right now it's near impossible to make videos for me at this point, so it'll be out as soon as I can get it out. And I hope that all these this set of series on blockchain has helped you out significantly, and we'll catch you in the next video.